It is recommended to feed the machine with compressed air only after checking that the drain cap is properly tightened. Unscrew the drain cap figure 3 by means of a 12 mm wrench and take it out along with the lock washer figure 4. Proceed to emptying the oil. For the following disposal of the oil used, it is recommended to comply with international regulations on environmental safety and oil disposal. Block the riveting tool in an adequate vise, then remove the guard, figure 12, along with the reducer, figure 21. By means of a 16 mm wrench, remove the silencer, figure 53, then unscrew the suction adjustment knob and take it out, figure 14. By means of a 16 mm wrench, unblock the connector, figure 9, and take it out, along with the air conveyor, figure 50. Remove the plug from its seat, figure 7. Then release the push button, figure 6. Take the 4 screws out, figure 51, by means of a 4 mm Allen wrench, then withdraw the bottom, figure 13, by means of a rubber-coated hammer. By means of the dedicated pliers, take out the assembly consisting of pneumatic piston, stem and dampener, figures 35, 34 and 33. By means of the special wrench code 770015, unscrew and take the ring nut out, figure 32. Then remove the balselle, figure 31, from its seat and the stem guide, figure 30. It is now possible to see all the components of the riveting tool pneumatic system. Check the wear of both the dampener, figure 33, and the seal, figure 36. Check if the CLA height of the stem is 0.2 RA and verify the wear of the seal, figure 48. Check that the stem screw, figure 37, is properly tightened by means of Loctite number 542. Reassemble the pneumatic piston system, checking that the seal, figure 36, moves free on the piston and the dampener is inserted in the right direction. Attention! It is advisable to replace the seal, figure 48, when overhauling the tool. Check for the good condition of both the knob, figure 14, and the corresponding seal, figure 42. Check for the good condition of the O-ring, figure 47. Check that the air conveyor, figure 50, does not present any bending and is properly fixed on the connector, figure 9, by means of Loctite number 542. By means of a 5 mm Allen wrench, take the spring guide plug out, figure 39, then remove the spring, figure 41, the ball, figure 43, and the piston, figure 46. Remove the O-rings, figures 38 and 44, and check for the condition of the O-ring, figure 48. It is advisable to replace it when overhauling the tool. Insert the O-ring, figure 44, into its seat. Insert the O-ring, figure 48, into its seat. Remount the ball, figure 43, after checking its condition. Check for the good condition of the O-ring, figure 40, and replace it if necessary. Make sure that the threads of both the plug, figure 39, and the spring, figure 41, are not damaged prior to mounting them. Check for the good condition of the O-ring, figure 45, and replace it if necessary, as well as that of the piston, especially in the indicated area. Mount the piston onto the bottom, checking for the direction of the slot. Grease the air conveyor, figure 50, and insert it into the bottom, figure 13. Apply Loctite number 542 on the connector, then block it by means of a 14 mm wrench. Mount the O-ring, figure 38. When overrolling the tool, it is advisable to replace the O-ring. Check for the good condition of the silencer, figure 53, prior to mounting it, then block it by means of a 16 mm wrench. Check that the connecting rod, figure 8, is not bent and the fork, figure 10, operates correctly. Screw the suction adjustment knob into its seat. Insert the pneumatic cylinder after assembling it in order to complete the mounting of the bottom. Clamp the riveting tool in an adequate vise, then by means of a 27 mm wrench unblock the head carrying nozzle and take it out, figure 1. By means of a 36 mm wrench, unblock the ring nut and take it out, figure 2. Fasten the clamps holding cone, figure 17, in an adequate vise. Then by means of a rubber-coated hammer, take out the unit contained inside the tool body, figure 5. Take the two springs out, figures 29 and 55, as well as the washers, figure 49. Attention, the tool body may contain 1 or 2 washers, figure 49, depending on the production lot. Always remount the same number of washers. Clamp the piston, figure 24, in an adequate vise, then dismount the clamps holding cone by means of a 17 mm wrench. Take the oil dynamic cylinder out, figure 26, and unclamp the piston, figure 24. Take the bell cell, figure 25, out of the piston, then check for the good condition of the O-ring, figure 28, and replace it if necessary. When overhauling the tool, it is advisable to replace all seals. Disassemble the oil dynamic cylinder by extracting the piston guide, figure 22, and the bell cell, figure 23. Then remove both the pair bags, figure 54, and the O-rings, figure 27. When overhauling the tool, it is advisable to replace all seals. Check that the oil dynamic cylinder, figure 26, is not scuffed. To ensure a proper oil dynamic seal, the CLA height should be 0.2 RA. Insert the piston guide, figure 22, and the bell cell, figure 23, into the oil dynamic cylinder, making sure that the seal lip is turned upward and checking for its correct housing. Using the bush code 770017, fit the first pair back, figure 54, making sure that the concave side is turned inward. Then insert the O-ring, figure 27, as indicated in the figure. After turning the part, proceed likewise, using the bush code 770016 to fit the other pair back, figure 54, making sure that the concave side is turned inward. Then insert the second O-ring. figure 27. The CLA height of the piston stem, figure 4, should be 0.2 RA. First insert the ring, then using the bush code 770018, fit the ball cell, figure 25, making sure that the seal lip is turned upward and checking for its correct housing. Fasten the clamps holding cone, figure 17, in an adequate vise. Then, by means of a 17 mm wrench, dismount the cone holder, figure 20. Take the 3 clamps out, figure 16, then remove the spring and the clamp opener, figures 18 and 19, from the cone holder. Check that the clamps holding cone, figure 17, is not damaged. Check the wear of the 3 clamps, clean them or replace them as necessary. Check that the 3 surfaces of the clamp opener are not damaged, figure 19, and verify the wear of the spring, figure 18. Check that the threads of the cone holder, figure 20, are not damaged. Replace them if necessary. Remount the 3 clamps inside the cone so that their position corresponds to the position highlighted. Insert the spring, figure 18, into the clamp opener, figure 19, then insert these 2 parts into the cone holder, figure 20. Screw the cone holder on the clamps holding cone, figure 17. Fasten the screw in an adequate vise and clamp it using a 17 mm wrench. Grease the piston, figure 24, and the oil dynamic cylinder, figure 26. Then proceed to assembling them without thoroughly inserting the end of the piston, which must be clamped in an adequate vise. Apply Loctite number 542 on the thread of the cone holder and screw it on the piston, blocking it with a 17 mm wrench. Check that the tool body sleeve is not damaged or scuffed, then clamp it in an adequate vise. Using the tool code 770019, insert the ball cell, figure 31, and the stem guide, figure 30, making sure that the seal lip is turned upward. Then verify its correct housing. By means of the special wrench code 770015, insert the ring nut, figure 22, and clamp it in its seat. Grease the tool body sleeve, figure 5, then the unit consisting of the piston stem, figure 34, air conveyor, figure 50, and piston, figure 35, with the corresponding seal, figure 36. Mount the group previously greased on the tool body, first by inserting the piston and then by positioning the bottom by means of a rubber-coated hammer. Insert the 4 screws, figure 51, and block them by means of a 4 mm Allen wrench to fix the bottom onto the tool body. By means of the plug, figure 7, block the push button, figure 6, in its seat and check for its correct operation. Reverse the position of the riveting tool on the vise. Grease the end of the spring, figure 29, and stick the washers on it, figure 49. Then place this group into the tool body. Then place this group into the tool body. Grease and insert the oil dynamic system previously assembled by means of a rubber-coated hammer and a tube made of soft material in order not to damage the components. Mount the ring nut, figure 2, blocking it by means of a 36 mm wrench. With the riveting tool positioned horizontally, not fed, make the piston go back completely by means of a short jet of compressed air through the hole situated of the tool body. Fill up the reservoir with oil, viscosity index 32 degrees. Perform this operation slowly so as to allow the air to exit the reservoir. This operation is completed when the oil laps the threaded port. Replace the washer, figure 4, then remount the drain cap, figure 3, and tighten it with a torque of 5 Nm minimum to 8 Nm maximum. Feed the riveting tool with pressure of 6 to 7 bars. Perform a few cycles, checking that the stroke is 15 mm. If not, cut off the air feed and repeat the topping up procedures. After cutting the air feed, remount the reduction, figure 21, and the guard, figure 12. Check that the nozzle and the head carrying nozzle, figure 1, are not damaged. Then mount the head carrying nozzle, tighten it with a 27 mm wrench. Feed the riveting tool with pressure of 6 to 7 bars. Adjust the suction level by means of the dedicated knob, figure 14. Insert the rivet that matches the size of the nozzle. Perform a few cycles to test the tool's correct operation.